Hey, I'm Marcus the Great, and I'm on an episode of Small Talk with Lila Hart.
Welcome to another episode of Small Talk.
Hey, how's it going?
I like your shades.
Thank you, I like yours too.
Thanks.
Kind of Hollywood 1930s kind of
right?
vibe.
That's what's up.
I feel it.
I love these sunglasses. I feel like they make me look like a praying mantis.
Not too much.
Or like an alien undercover, you know?
No, I think you just ready for the day. You know?
Yes, I'm ready. But I wear my sunglasses at night. I like to wear these to shows.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, that song, I wear my sunglasses at night?
The stunner glasses shade.
Yeah, I thought you wore those sunglasses because you wanted to look cool. But now that I'm older, I understand that you wear them because you're so freaking high and you don't want to look young.
I feel it. I feel it.
So let's take a new meaning to the song.
Definitely.
I'm so happy to have you here, Marcus the Great, on Small Talk.
How you doing?
What's up?
Oh man, nothing. Just got a lot of projects coming out. I just actually dropped a music video about a month ago. It's called Soldier Run, featuring an artist of YT. We have a music video release as well. It's on Spotify, iTunes, all platforms. So go ahead and check that out. Soldier Run by Marcus the Great. Don't forget, check it out.
And yes, we'll definitely have the link to that down below.
Yeah. Basically, I have actually another music video coming up by an artist that I work with from the Inland Empire. His name is Official. It's called What It Be Like. It's like, Miami ready type of vibe, and it's great. It's looking good, and I'm just ready for the release. I'm excited. Definitely.
Oh, I really loved your last music video.
Oh yeah, that was the Soldier Run. Yeah.
I love the location of where it was shot.
Yeah, that was Vasquez Rock, same area where Rich the Kid shot Plug Walk. So yeah, the environment was good, kind of like spacey and stuff. I loved it. It was great.
It was dope. So what inspired you to write that and mix that?
Well, actually, the idea was to basically just create a song because I have a friend who just basically wanted to do a song. He did a little bit of time or whatever, so he got out and he wanted to do a song. And he wanted to get a few of his friends on it, kind of like a brotherhood kind of thing, like I'm back, I'm out, and I want my closest friends on the song. It came out, we dropped it. It was kind of long. The song was like 4 minutes and 45 seconds, almost 5 minutes, but I wanted to cut it, put 2 rappers on it, and then another 2 on a remix. They was like, no, just drop the whole thing. Believe it or not, the whole thing was perfect. It was perfect. It was just perfect. The release was solid. Everything came out. Everybody was responsive and it showed up as far as communication. The project was delivered so smoothly. And I couldn't be more grateful for the crew and team. Everybody that shot in, my cameraman, Devin. Shout out to you, bro. Kudos. And it was all good. I'm happy.
Well, I'm super happy to have you on Small Talk, because the one thing I really love about musicians and rappers is like, they totally understand. They have the same kind of passion and drive as I do for comedy,
right. And
I love that we can totally relate on that level.
Yeah, original written material, definitely. That's one of the hardest things to make sure it sticks. It has to have substance on it to some degree. It has to appeal to the audience. So if not just yours, many more. The object is always to go beyond where you're stationed at. Yeah, definitely.
How long have you been writing?
I've been writing music since I was 13.
Wow.
Definitely. I'm 25 now, and it's been a great run. I'm loving it so far, and I'm just waiting for it to get better and better and better as I go. And if all goes well, I'll do it for the rest of my life, type of thing.
Right.
Definitely.
Well, it's something that when you find your passion and to be able to like grow and create. It feels so good to be giving back,
right?
Because it's like when I'm doing comedy, I feel like I'm sharing this story, and then I can connect with my audience. Where does your inspiration come from?
My inspiration usually just comes from a dream state. Like I know, like I'm from South Central Los Angeles, so that's a bit of a hardship, but I try to always go beyond that. I always try to look past those hardships because the dream is always better. The dream is always easier, but the road to it is always the hardest.
Right.
So I would definitely say on a level of which, if I can tap into my dream and just go for it and just build towards it slowly. I've had a taste of the luxury life from just friends and different events that I've been pulled into, and I'm grateful for it. So I know it's there. I just have to find it and get it, and take care of my family in the process and help others in the process.
You have a great tone to your voice, even when you speak. I can already kind of feel that you have that flow.
You know what?
Do you mean to do it?
You know what? No, I've been hearing that all my life, that I've had like a strong, detailed voice, and it's built for other things. I'm more than willing to go into like voiceover work, radio. I've been an MC before for a production company. I don't know if you guys ever heard of dance card competitions. They're like the professional level of kids competitions you will ever see. There's cash prizes, vacation trips for the winner as well for the family, and sometimes, if not, the whole damn dance team. Wow. So, I used to be the MC for them, and it was the coolest thing ever that these kids are coming from so many different parts of the country and bringing so much to the table as far as their dance. I used to announce them. Coming up at act number 5, blah, 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 blah. I used to do that, definitely. And it was fun. I have no problem doing it again. I've hosted a show before. It's nothing. Learning a script is nothing. I'm actually working on a mini-series, so that's actually something else I'm going towards. I'm the main character of it, and it's going well.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
So, Eric makes fun of me for saying this, but my favorite rapper is Too Short.
Too Short? No, that's good. He's a legend. That's so respectful.
Well, no, it's just it's a funny joke.
Oh, well, respectful. Damn, dog. Damn, dog.
I love Too Short, though, and you know what? Here's the thing. I used to listen to Too Short when I would go on my morning hikes. For like 3 months when I was trying to get sober, I would go on these like 6 a.m. morning hikes. I would listen to Too Short, and I love the way he is a storyteller.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so creative, and I just love it. And I've written my own stuff myself, but it's really, I just admire the level of intelligence it takes to do that.
Right. Oh no. Yeah. Too Short. He's one of the coldest. I actually found out one time he had a little. There was a special about the rides. This year was the 25th release of the 25th year of of the rides or whatever. There was a special that he was on, and he said about the rise of his career within that time, and not the rides itself, but just within everything from drug dealing and everything. He was rapping at like 15. He was selling mixtapes about doing this, gang banging, pimping, selling drugs. It was nothing. That was the life. You rap about what you see and what you around. But everybody knows Too Short has that voice. That voice slaps on any record, and I can only imagine at 15 years old talking about what he talks about in the rhythm of which he delivers. Of course, he's flipped his shit overnight. He came home with a stack of 5s one time to his mom, and in this time, if you come home with 5s like that, you drug dealer. His mom thought he was drug dealing. He was like, "Mom, no, I'm selling my tapes for $5, and it had 5 tracks on it."
Wow.
He made $1 off each song he did. Type of shit. Like he sold his he sold his mixtapes for like $5, made his money, and was cashing out and flipped his shit overnight in time and made investments in his rap career. And Too Short has been a legend ever since. I think that's the coolest shit ever.
See, Too Short's awesome.
Too Short been hard. Oh hell yeah, Too Short been hard. He actually had one of the hardest verses on "I'm in Love with a Stripper" remix. He had the hardest verse on that song. Oh my god, I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
What's the verse?
You want me to rap the whole verse? Oh, I'm gonna see if I can remember it. I think he said, "My last wife was pretty, but she wasn't fine as you. She was sexy, but couldn't do the things you do. She could dance, but nothing like the way you move. I used to want her, but then until I saw you, I'm a grown ass man. I thought I seen it all. Doing all that on the pole, didn't even fall, but right then, I knew exactly what it was. I wanted to fuck the baddest bitch in the club." I swear to God. I swear that was the verse.
No, that was so great. Thank you.
I swear that was the heart. I swear that verse was so cold, and it wasn't even his song. I thought that was so cool. Like a lot of people do that. they'll have a verse on a song and it wasn't even theirs, and I like it better than the person whose song it was originally. I like how that works. I like wordplay. I like flow and shit. And Too Short is definitely one of the coldest.
I love the wordplay. Like, so for a little bit when I thought I was like obsessed with rapping for a while, so I would watch these like how to rap videos on YouTube.
Hey, respect though. At least you studying. You know what I'm saying?
I was studying.
I can't play you on that. Like.
And yeah, this shit was hard. You know.
Well, you know what? But
I feel like there was times when it would when my raps would come to me, it would come all at once.
Right.
Like they would just come all at once.
Well, I mean, it's literally about your sense of direction of where you want to go with it. If you have an idea to be emotional, cool. You pissed, rage. You know, if you're happy,
good. You have to have your rap voice. Because sometimes I would do my rap and I would sound too sweet, so I gotta get into it.
Well, it depends. Like I said, it all depends on the vibe and what the song is delivering. If you got a song and it's delivering aggressiveness, and your voice has to be aggressive. It has to be, be aggressive. Bring it on, But no, real shit. So I feel like, the aggression has to deliver respectfully on a level that your audience can feel with, and it's not overdone. Like there's a great aggressive rapper. Shout out to DMX. He's one of the coldest aggressive rappers ever. His voice, even when he's romantic, he's aggressive. I swear to you. Anyone knows that DMX is cold. I also think Plies. He's also aggressive. He's always yelling and shit. When he's hyped or excited, he's yelling. It's a solid ass tone, but it's aggressive.
I feel like Snoop Dogg is soothing.
Hell yeah, he's been soothing on anything. When he's faded, when he's angry. When he's angry, his just pronunciation is stronger. That's it. But his voice doesn't. It doesn't raise. But it's he just gets aggressive with his pronunciation. But no, he's very smooth. Like, that shit is vibey, definitely.
Who's your all-time favorite?
Kanye, without a doubt. Like MC, definitely. I give it to him. And even if you want to reference old Kanye, whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck what no one says. Kanye's cold.
I love the Kanye song about Kanye. I love that song.
That's the whole point.
I love that song so much.
Well, he made that song in particular because people always say he's obsessed with himself. So I'm gonna make a song about me, literally.
That song it's so good.
But I'm gonna tell you like this though, Kanye has been referenced and been in the game for like so cold. Not even just on his face and like frontal game, but even under. A lot of people don't know he made the beat for Drake for Find Your Love. I better find your. That shit, Kanye made the beat. No one would ever know because no one would look up the underback stuff. You know what I'm saying? No one would care to. But then you got, he also made, he wrote, what is the name of the song? He wrote, J. Cole's song that he has, When We Got a Good Thing. The little sample he has, the do 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 do. That's from a Kanye song, and it's called Workout Plan. J. Cole ripped it and just looped it and made a beat because J. Cole is also a producer, so that worked out well. And it was a Kanye reference, and Kanye is definitely a friend of J. Cole because J. Cole was signed to Jay-Z. Shout out to Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
I love it. I love how knowledgeable you are about all this.
I have to be. It's my career. It's what I want to go into. It's what I want to be. And I'm studying people that are making great business moves and plans so I can, if not only follow, but reference, if not do it better.
Right.
What to do and what not to do and how to do it, when to do it, where to do it.
And you're a sound engineer, so you make all your own stuff?
Everything is paid for. Name, tag, music plays, everything. My registry is legit. I'm ready to work and print and document.
Wow, that's so dope.
Definitely.
One of my favorite raps that you did was it was probably the earliest ones that I saw, but it was you did a remix to the TLC song. Oh
yeah, that was Do This Shit Right. That's the song I did, but the sample track was Creep by TLC. Shout out TLC. Yeah, I just sampled their intro for the horns. I love it. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the producer's name. It breaks my heart. But whatever he did for that was genius. It was genius, and I loved it, appreciated it, and I just sampled it up. And of course, it didn't have an official release because of copyrights and everything. So I just did it as a release to see, like, hey, I'm still doing this shit. type of thing. Because I kind of fell off for a while as far as producing my own music because I was too busy producing for others. Because I have other music that's on Spotify that's either released already or planning to release. So I have a lot coming up, but that song in particular was one of my favorites. The music video was shot. Shout out to my boy Nick. It was great. I thought actually of that song when I actually saw their movie. They had a documentary called Crazy Sexy Cool, and that song was playing. But in the film, they were having a montage of different events because the song is about creeping and all that crazy shit. So everybody was having their problems in between the montage of the film, and the song was just playing, but those horns were maintaining. Either a bass line dropped or the beat dropped, but the horns stayed as the filler. And I heard it over and over and over and over, and it stuck with me. And then I was like, all right, finally, I'm just gonna do it. And I knocked it, and it was fun.
Right.
It was fun. The creative process was so fun, and it was great.
It's like I love when those moments happen.
Yeah.
I feel like the music just kind of finds you, you know. So, how often are you writing?
I actually don't write that much because I'm not to sound arrogant, but I'm so quick with it. I don't really need time. I can write a full 16 verse in like 30 minutes with full detail and thought.
Would you mind doing a little rapping here?
Oh,
you
cool,
can do
cool.
anything you want to.
Oh, okay, good.
And
Cool,
I would just love to hear you rap.
All right, cool. Let's see. All right, let me see. All right. Well, I could do this shit right track with the one with the horns.
Okay,
So everybody, shout out to TLC and everything. So it's the dopest and the smoothest of the smoothest and the coolest of them haters that be wearing all the fake gators, trying to floss with no flaws and them ugly broads in the backseat, bitching out loud without a cause. I'm considering that I'm switching all these wishes into witches that they missing cause they knowing that I'm going in. But I don't care how you feeling or you grieving cause it's my style, you need it. I seen you over there fiending. I'm just mixing in, I'm dipping in, I'm sipping on that Henny with a cutie, with a big booty. It's kinda juicy. Oh, now. Let it on down slowly. Bring it over. Let me be your secret lover when we do it with a rubber like no undercovers and it's getting real quiet. Is it because I'm getting lower? Tell me if you like it, I'ma bite it. Don't you fight it. Close your eyes and realize that I need you hypnotized, girl. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate
oh my God,
it.
that was great.
No problem,
It's so
no problem.
good. I love your cadence.
Oh, I'm trying. I just want to get better at it. Definitely.
Eric, did you have a question?
Yeah, actually. I think it was yesterday. It was like the 40th or something like that anniversary. DJ Kool Herc mixing the first song at his block party and kind of started the whole movement of rap. So you're a historian. I think it'd be fun for you to talk about what do you think the journey has been like in rap from that point to now? Like, I think it's pretty cool for such a young art form.
Well, I think they actually, I would say for basically, if like the original style of hip hop literally comes from making a beat, making a sample or whatever, some sort, and then just spitting some cool stuff over it. The idea of hip hop literally just fell out of the sky, I would say, because if like the original style was DJs, we play a song and we just mix it up. But then we got the second turntable where we can just put a nice ass melody from an old school classic, whatever. It could be Beethoven, for God's sakes. But this solid beat is still rolling. And then we scratch it in the right section and then let it record. Literally by accident. This perfect scratch with this beat rolling hit like wildfire. And it was perfect to just groove to. But then the DJ got on the record and started pumping up the party. Everybody put your hands up. It was at this point, it was just a hype thing. It accidentally turned into wordplay. People love when you talk on the fucking mic while the beat is rolling. Let's keep that going, but try to be more creative with this shit instead of just saying the same thing over and over and just making sounds type of thing. And then boom, literally, hip hop was kind of like born. Like, I think it was the coolest shit ever. Like, that story is great, you know. And you know, shout out Pete Rock and KRS-One and rappers and what's his name, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, the original rappers of the beats, the original cats. Those are the legends that people never want to reference. They call them old heads and shit, but without these old heads, you wouldn't have these new heads. So show respect, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. I love the rise of hip hop and DJs and how scratching is definitely the elemental factor of it. You know, and people still use it in their music to this day. A little scratch sequence within their beat, just the sounds, just the slur, not necessarily a new beat. You know, so.
I mean, I love how rap is wordplay writing the beat because it's not singing.
Right.
You know, it's totally different. And how do you find the rhythm to ride the beat? That's what I would look up on YouTube, by the way, when I was learning, teaching myself how to rap.
Well, that would go from the beat itself. So, but it also goes from your state of mind. So, if this beat is happy, then you have to be in a happy state of mind. There's no way you can have this happy, preppy ass beat, but you were pissed. That logic will not stick. You'll have the worst word block ever. Like you won't know why if you don't know the first step of writing music, the first fundamental step, your state of mind. Period. Hip hop was happy off top because it was a party vibe. That is the original hit maker of hip hop. Party essence, party vibe, happy times, good times. Then when people started getting pissed, it was poems. You know, like I hate you, bitch, but I want to cut your throat. I was at your mama house. And I don't know something, but just it had to rhyme with boat, and it hit. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. Like it just, you just piss, and you writing rhymes in the process. And if it slaps, and you throw it over a beat, you know what? No, fuck that. Eminem, Cleaning Out My Closet, one of the best pissed off records ever. My favorite line of that song. But how dare you try to take what you didn't help me to get? You selfish bitch. I hope you fucking burn in hell for this shit. That's the coldest thing you can say to anybody or about anything. But bitch and shit rhymed, didn't it? Period. That was, as long as you keep the idea of the rhyme and you can just say what the fuck you want, especially based off your emotion.
Right.
So I think that helps a lot in the writing process. The flow is all up to you, how you want to write the beat, how you necessarily want to bring that, you know? Yeah, definitely.
So you're 25.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a thing I love to do with all my guests. They look into the camera. They're going to say a message to themselves 5 years from now. It can be whatever you want.
I hope to see you, Marcus the Great, doing this shit at the best of your abilities and taking care of your loved ones in the process and helping others in the process. Forever and more. For as long as you are alive and you got a breath in your body, do this shit. Help others and spread love and show love. Forever. Definitely.
Oh, I love that.
Without a doubt.
So sweet. Oh gosh, you're so cool.
It's the real shit.
I love your style, by the way.
Oh,
too. I like
appreciate
those
it.
chains.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Just a little something. Just, I have to be a little camera ready. You know?
Oh goodness, that's so funny. Eric, did you want to add something else?
Like just last thing, do you think like rappers are kind of like the last bastion of poets at this point? Like, do you think like you guys are really the reason why that art form is still like really being extended and existing? Because that's kind of my opinion.
No, because we get our craft from the original writing style of English itself, like Shakespeare and everything like that. That comes from wordplay. This man wrote stories about some of the realest shit we talk about in our rhymes, but it's direct. He told it in mysteries and style of Old English. But he's talking about full-on damn near orgies and shit and drunk parties. Real shit. Shakespeare was dark as hell. Like, if you actually catch up on him, Walt Whitman, same thing. These men were old, crusty white dudes, but they were writing the same shit we're talking about. We're just so direct with it. They were talking about it in a mystical form of which that is easier on the mind. And it actually makes you think. It forces you to think. It forces you to study and focus, which is great. Hip-hop also delivers that in some cases. Some rappers are definitely delivering it, like J. Cole, Logic, Kendrick Lamar. Like, those cats are definitely delivering a logical base of their rhymes, and total respect to them always and forever. But some people just want to be entertained, and that's what a lot of people are really going for nowadays. But the thinking part of hip-hop is always appreciated. Always. It's always appreciated. And I feel like if people who don't respect it first, they'll never succeed as an artist within their mental perspective, their creativity part. If you're relevant now and you got shit going, boom, you have a following. If you just keep making shit to stick with it, you're fine. But if you're not sticking with the essence of hip hop and creativity itself, you're kind of bound to fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, within your creativity part. Not financially, not successfully, or whatever you can provide, but just your element, your substance, what you do as an artist. It might definitely fall from underneath you. Respect, not to get dark.
What does it take to be a great rapper?
Confidence. Confidence and respect for others within the same field as you.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Because everybody likes something unique about someone. That's why there's so many rappers, so many producers. They all bring something unique that a good chunk of the world fucks with. You know? So I think that is something very cool in which people can tap into and just really just rock out with. You know what I'm saying? Different varieties, different things. It's always good. You don't always want to be happy. You don't always want to be sad. You may want to listen to some fucked up shit about being faded as hell because you're faded as hell. Cool. Do that. You may want to listen to some nasty shit because you're feeling nasty right now while you're faded as hell. You know what I'm saying? The elements will keep passing along based off your mood. Music is a mental thing. It's emotional. It's all about what you feeling from the song. That's why so many songs can make you feel so many type of ways.
Yeah.
You can hear a song and like it and don't know why. That's good. Keep it that way. Stop trying to make it a logical thing. Just feel the song, love it, embrace it, and just call it a day, you know?
No, see, I love that. This is why I love talking to people who are into music, because I feel like that's totally relevant even within comedy.
Right.
It takes a lot of confidence, respecting other people within your field, and I feel like there's another element. It's like being real and trying to be as authentic as possible.
Well, I actually say I love the respect y'all have, but it's a little dangerous. It's like going to the jungle with a bunch of lions butt naked, because I'm telling you right now, comedians' job is to roast to a certain... Okay, that's like the dark side of their job.
Yeah.
To go home to the wife and kids is, hey, honey, killed another stage today. Oh, they were laughing. Next night, you roasting like 4 or 5 people. Literally in broad daylight, knocking them on their ass. Hurting feelings, man. Get people mad, bro. I've seen it. Comedians have gotten people in the crowd upset because they looking at them and just thinking on the spot, cutting them up. And I love it. I love that part of it. I love it. And I love even when there's hecklers, a comedian can maintain. Fuck you, clown you in a second. I think one of the best people to ever kill that was Kevin Hart. He was on an episode of Wildin' Out, and the game was kill the heckler. And he was on stage just doing stuff, doing raw material, and then he was killing it. He was on the mic doing his thing, and then somebody in the audience was just running their mouth, and he was like, "Oh, okay, everybody, give it up for the lady with no neck," type of shit. Or he was just ripping her, giving her to the lady who got like 2 nipples on the back of her back. I'm like, oh my god, like he was just ripping people, just all kind of shit, and he was maintaining it. And every time he shut down a heckler, it was a point. Boom. I love that. Like that kind of stuff is cool. So just from the delivery of original material, of actual life events, all the way down to made up funny events that people can still relate to, all the way down to just ripping people to shreds with thinking on the spot. Freestyling. Shout out to comedians and rappers, you know what I'm saying? Freestyling. Literally. Improv. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I can respect comedians always and forever. Always.
This has been so dope having you on my show today.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been fun. Thank you for having me.
so much. I feel like I've learned a lot. No, seriously, and I get to talk to a rapper, not on YouTube. So
right.
This is. I feel like I've learned a lot today.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad.
And I'll be sure to. Where can everybody find you?
Oh, anybody can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. Every platform, Marcus the Great is available. Go ahead, check me out, look me up, all music, everything is Marcus the Great on all music platforms. iTunes, Spotify, what's his name, Tidal, all of that good stuff. You name it, I'm on there. Look it up.
Okay, dope. And do you have any upcoming events?
No events actually, but I'm actually working on just projects. I actually have like a small EP coming out that I have with one artist. I'm working on my mini series. And then I actually have, like I said, I have a music video coming out from my friend who lives in the end of the Empire. His name is Official. The song is called What It Be Like, so look for that on all music platforms. What It Be Like, produced by Marcus the Great. It's coming out. I'm excited, and yeah, it's going well.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah. Yo, well it's the dopest and the smoothest of the smoothest and the coolest of the haters that be wearing all the fake gators, trying to floss with no flaws and the lucky broads in the backseat, bitching out loud without a cause. I'm considering that I'm switching all these wishes into witches that they listen. They knowing that I'm going in, but I don't care how you feeling or you breathing, that's just my style, you need it. I see you over there fiending. I'm just mixing in, I'm dipping in, I'm sipping on that Henny with a cutie with a big booty, it's kinda juicy. Oh, now let it on down slowly, bring it over, let me be your secret lover. When we do it with the rubber, like no other undercovers. It's getting real quiet.